What would help you to be bold and brave?
I'm not sure, but like God can often like bring things to you in a time of like you don't know what to do or what you want to do, but God can be the thing that pushes you to do something, or like tells you what to say, tells you what to do, and it's like that guiding light that like can help you, as well as like big life decisions and like where you want to go in your life. It can be like little things that he just like pushes you towards.
You know, I'm already bold and brave. I don't know. I guess what helps me be bold and brave already is just like the people around me. Because I feel like if I was in a different environment where I couldn't be myself, then I probably wouldn't be as bold and brave.
I think God gives you the confidence, but also, you know, you just got to be confident in yourself. And if you're not confident in yourself, then you're not going to be confident in like talking to people.
I feel like helping me, kind of taking me out of my comfort zone, always helps me sort of just get stronger as a person.
Having the support of people around me.
What would help you to speak out in the world?
Obviously, with like lots of issues going on in the world, you need people to speak out. So to help people do that, I don't know, if like everyone was familiar with God's love, I think that would help.
I reckon if I just prayed to God every day asking for like confidence, I reckon I could speak to the world about Jesus.
I think it's about using having a platform and then using that platform for good.
I think as well, coming out of my comfort zone and sort of telling people about my interests and about what I do in my comfort zone.
The confidence of everyone behind me and God's trust and love for me.
Just people, really, because if you don't have the right people around you, it can be tough to speak your thoughts and speak what you want to say. But as long as you've got people that accept you and understand what you're saying, then you can speak up and you can speak your ideas. And then it's also nice to have other people there, because then they can talk to you about it and then you can debate. And sometimes it's just nice to have people that you can trust, so that like when you debate, it's not like out of anger, it's just out of curiosity.
Hello and welcome back to week 6 of our journey through Lent with Mark and Laverne. So, what have we got in store for this week?
Brilliant, thanks for asking. So yeah, we are on week 6 and we're actually looking at new fire. Now, if you remember, we've gone through 5 weeks of learning different things. So we went through, you know, being fashioned from the earth. We had the theme of water throughout, and we looked at salvation and breath and all that kind of stuff. And actually this is all of it put together like new fire. And we're now on fire. So if you've chosen to, you know, walk that journey with the Lord, and how does it all fit in, and then what do we do? So it's actually fire. So what could you tell us about that?
Well, one of the phrases that we use is when we look at sports people or people in gaming, we say, oh, they're on fire. And I don't know if you've ever met someone who's literally on fire, but when I was at school, a friend of mine, he was doing some work in the design technology. We had these little blow torches. What he hadn't noticed was the pilot light was still on, just a tiny, tiny flame. He'd walked too close and he was wearing this lab coat. And without noticing it, his lab coat started catching on fire. And this guy changed. He was literally on fire. And we noticed him because he was really different. All of us were doing our normal job, but he was running around the classroom. He was different from everybody else because he was on fire. He also was telling everybody, he was going, my lab coat's on fire. He was yelling at the top of his voice, telling everybody that it was on fire. He spoke about it. And thirdly, he moved. I mean, he was running around. Don't know why he didn't stop. And that made me think, well, he was on fire. He was different from everybody else. He told other people about his issue. He was telling people he's on fire. And lastly, he moved. He didn't stay static.
Wow.
And when I look at Acts chapter 2, it talks about the Holy Spirit coming on that early church. And it says, with tongues of fire. And when I look at those 3 elements, that happened. That's what happens when the Holy Spirit sets us on fire.
Yeah.
The early church was different because Jesus was living in them. The early church, they told people, they said, you've got to believe in Jesus. They had a boldness in their faith. And lastly, they didn't stay static. They didn't say, well, we're happy here. They moved and spread. And I'm a Christian today because that early church was on fire.
Oh my gosh, what an amazing, and the way it all relates, because that's exactly how we are to be Christians, is to share our faith.
Yeah.
Because we're on fire for the Lord, because we know truth. It's so amazing to have him in our hearts. I know that some people are quite timid.
Yeah.
You know, they find it difficult to share their faith, actually. But then you get some that are really bold. I mean, we met a couple of young people, and we had some that were really timid. We had some that were really bold and on fire, and they actually shared their faith. But I think God makes us who we are, and I think it's okay to sort of say to the Lord, pray and say, Lord, I'm really struggling with sharing my faith. And actually, the Bible talks about, you know, ask and it shall be given. So actually, you know, God hears our prayers, and maybe that's something that if you are struggling with sharing your faith and you are a Christian, I believe that God will give you that boldness and that bravery to go out there and just tell people about something joyful that you have. And like, it's like if you knew a shop was giving away free chocolates, I'm telling all of my mates, come on, I'm going out there. Actually, it's the same thing. We know that there's this wonderful God who loves us unconditionally. That means he doesn't ask anything back from us. And we'd want to share that. We'd want everyone else to know. So I think maybe prayer, going back to God, and asking him to help you to be bold and courageous, which is also in the Bible. And I think he would do that.
So that's a great way to end this series, to say, actually, God, today, can I have a bit of that fire, the Holy Spirit fire in my life, so I have a courage, a boldness and a confidence to share the love of Jesus, not just with the people around me, but actually to the ends of the earth, to others as well.
Yeah.